This Thanksgiving is absolutely going to be crazy. We're talking about a massive snowstorm that's going to bring widespread snow over 8 feet to several states. We're talking about negative degree temperatures in certain places of the United States, two huge cold blasts making it towards the United States, and the possibility of severe weather very soon. Let's get into it. Let's start with what systems are over here in the United States that are going to be affecting us. Right now we have a pretty nice low pressure system sitting right here in Wisconsin. This is what brought lots of snow into North and South Dakota, as well as parts of Minnesota, and there is still producing lots of snow in parts of Wisconsin. Now, this low pressure system is also bringing negative 20 degree below normal temperatures to places in the Midwest and the Northeast. So we can see that's also going to continue to be very slow moving, and it's going to continue to push the possibility of seeing lots of snow along lakes, and that'll be impacting places like New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, etc. And then after that, we're seeing another reinforcement of cold air. We have a low pressure system that's going to make its way from the northwest, and it's going to come down, and this is what's really going to drive the blizzard that we might be talking about here, the thing that's going to produce tons and tons of snowfall. The low pressure system is going to set up somewhere near Missouri and Kansas, and this is what's really going to drive lots of snow to these places as well. So this is going to be absolutely insane. We'll talk about the snow totals in just a second. It's going to continue to move through and produce more cold temperatures. And then look at this. It's very windy in the mid-level of the atmosphere. That's what we're looking at right now. So if you're traveling, you could see lots of turbulence. Basically, if you're going anywhere that's in the direction of north-south or south-north. Let's make it a little bit more simpler and see what your radar could be looking like. This is our snowstorm right there centered around Wisconsin. And as that low pressure system moves out, we can still see snow anywhere from Michigan all the way down to New York and Pennsylvania. And then this is when our big snowstorm comes in. This is Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. We can see snow all the way from Montana, the Dakotas, going in there to Iowa. And as we move this forward, we can see it really starts to produce a lot of heavy snow down there in Nebraska and Iowa. And there's a possibility of some mix and maybe some sleet there in Missouri, and possibility of some thunderstorms from Kansas down to Texas, and that'll be continuing to go into Florida. So focusing back on the snowstorm, this is 3 a.m. on Sunday, and we can see that starts moving out of Iowa, and then it's producing lots of snow there in Chicago. And if we take this even further, we can see it's going to producing lots of lake effect snow. It's going to be cooling down our temperatures, and it's going to be just a really mess. So if you're traveling after Thanksgiving in between Minnesota, the Dakotas, Kansas, all the way down there into Florida, all the way up to Maine, you could see the possibility of either getting hit by a monster amount of snow where you probably cannot travel very well, or if you live closer down there in the warmer temperatures, thunderstorms and rain. This is how much snow that we could see here very soon. As we can see from this storm system, North Dakota and South Dakota could be hit from up to 1 to 4 inches. Nebraska over here, 1 inches for most of the areas. But if you get closer here into Iowa, we can see widespread 6 to 13 inches of snow, including southern portions of Minnesota right here, 6 inches. Let's zoom in just a little bit. These are what the snow totals will probably look like. Again, like absolutely, this is a lot of snow for it's not even January and we're seeing this type of snowstorms. Absolutely crazy. We haven't seen this like this for a while up here in the northern portions of the Midwest. Wisconsin, we could see up in the north 5-6 inches, but down here in the south, we could see as high as 18 inches. That's absolutely astronomical. And again, the storm system will be starting to move on Friday, and by the time it gets into Wisconsin's producing a lot of that snow will be Sunday. And over here in Michigan, could see 3 feet of snow in some places in the upper peninsula of Michigan from that lake effect snow. Could see 2 to 3 feet on the western side of Michigan, and the possibility of up to a foot on the eastern side of Michigan. And then look at all this in the Ohio Valley area. Up here in New York, we could see again where that lake effect snow is up to 2 feet of snow. And then a pretty good area of Pennsylvania and New York will have at least a few inches, up to 6 inches. And then Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire could see a couple of inches as well. We're seeing the possibility of up to negative 20 degree below normal temperatures very soon. So this is right now. If you look at the top, that tells you what time it is and what the temperatures are going to be like. So we're going to see freezing temperatures in northern portions of Iowa, north of Illinois, from now into several days out. As we can see, we're seeing lows in the single digits up in the North Dakota, South Dakota, and Montana area. So as we go, here's a high on Thursday. This is 2 p.m. We could see widespread freezing temperatures as a high up to teens there in North Dakota. If we go down again, we can see places all the way close there to Florida. It could see 30 degrees. And then up here again, Minnesota, 5 degrees as a low is not out of the question. And we could see almost the entire country below freezing around this time. And then as we get to our Friday, where our snow will start, here in the Dakota and Montana area, we could see highs around 30 degrees from Nebraska all the way down there to Georgia and then back up to the northeast. And that's not going to stop. If we fast forward this, we can see negative temperatures from Montana all the way going into Iowa on Sunday and Monday. This is 120 hours from now, which is absolutely insane. This will be December 1st. So it's looking pretty crazy when it comes to the possibility of our temperatures. This is a little far out, so definitely not going to just see negative 2 degrees. It could get a little colder, or it could be a little warmer as well. But this just gives you a big idea that this is not your average winter. We're forecasting a above precipitation as normal and a below temperature from what it normally is the past few years. So we're looking at a lot of snow and cold temperatures this year up in the north. So hopefully this covered you guys' forecast. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section and I will be sure to answer them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend.